there, my name is Adesuwa Olamiju, and in a few minutes I'll be talking with my friend Chimamaka Ige, who has just authored the book You Are Enough. In a few minutes you'll hear Chimamaka's voice and maybe my chip chirping in the background. Don't be distracted by that, just focus on Amaka and the book, and I hope you all have a great time listening to Amaka introduce her book and herself. Okay.
Hi, Ade. We are finally we are doing this. Yes. Chimamaka is still Amaka. I'm still the same person, but like you correctly pointed out, yes, in the last 2 years, I've used my full name more. And I would say that, so a few years back, before even 2 years ago, I became more conscious about the meaning of my name. But I think as the years have gone by, I've realized that, yes, Amaka is, it's a popular Nigerian Igbo name and all, but I'm very intentional about what my full name is. So the full name Chimamaka means my God is good. And that is, as people interact with the book and you read about the author bio, you will see that that's what I kind of put there, probably on the first line, which reads that my life is proof of God's goodness. And that's exactly, I introduce myself that way because for most people, it's not a common Igbo name. There's Chiamaka, which is more common, or people are familiar with Chimamanda, which is the popular author, but not Chimamaka. So usually when I do introduce myself, people then say, oh, what does it mean? And I have to say, it means my God is good. And that is exactly the reality and truth that I want to portray, that irrespective of what is going on in our lives, the behind the scenes, for lack of a better, I would say, of our lives, right? God is good. And that's as simple as it gets. God is good, and that's that. So that's me. Ige is my marriage name. So yes. So the book is large. It's basically about our identity. So let me backtrack a bit just to give some context. In COVID year 2020, I started writing a blog, and when I was about to start, I always wondered, how you would read some articles, or I grew up reading a lot of novels, and the authors would usually end the book in a certain way. And I thought, what would be the nice, catchy way to end, each blog? Will be saying, so my mom loved to write letters, and she always did that, and she would always end with either yours or cheers. She's very proper, and then her initials, which is LID, was LID. So I was thinking, what fancy way, and at that time I had also been dealing with, I had resigned my job, my 9-to-5 at the time, and I wanted to venture into really just focusing on an NGO I wanted to start at the time, and then COVID hit. So it was just like, okay, I'm fish out of water. This ambitious NGO plan, you cannot NGO without money, which I clearly did not factor in all the little details, but I was also at that place where I was starting to doubt myself, and one thing God encouraged me was that I was loved, I was valued, and I was enough. And as the years have gone by, that message has reiterated in itself in my soul, in my spirit, like it has become so entrenched, and that is my identity. And that's really what the book is about, that irrespective of what has happened, what will happen, and I like to say the many lives we've lived, because sometimes your 0 to 5, the life you lived when you were 0 to 5 and the life you lived when you were 25 to 30 are a far cry from each other. So you've lived many lives, different things have happened, different words have been said to you, but irrespective of all of that, you're enough, not as a result of your academic qualifications, where you work, and all the narratives that we attribute value to, but more from God's perspective, which is, I can't really tell you who made this, the purpose of this plant, except the manufacturer. So the narrative, the true narrative of our lives can only be gleaned from Christ. And that's exactly what it is. You are enough. You are loved. That's what the book is about. It's about our identity as pre-loved children of God, valued far beyond any special gems, and being enough. Because God, the Bible tells us that God has given us all that pertains to life and godliness, meaning that God already resourced us completely for everything He's even going to ask us to do. So we're not trying to we don't have to get that extra degree to become qualified. We are already qualified, pre-qualified. So that's kind of like what the book is about.